I'm all in the camera, right? Push it back a little bit. So it's me and my Pokemon today. Um, so actually I was supposed to do my live, right? Doing my Christmas tree with my kids. But my son is not home yet. And so because he's not home yet, I don't want to do it with just me and my daughter. And sorry, my Pokemon is so big. I'm trying to lap him. I don't want to do it just me and my daughter and leave him out of it. So I said, I'm just gonna do it in my room. And we'll do our tree by ourselves. Maybe I'll do live on Instagram or maybe not. I don't know. Or I don't do live at all during my tree. But I just said let me go ahead and go live now and just do it in my room and have my Pokemon keep me company with his belly. So anyway, talk a little bit. I was just trying to open this wine and it will not open. I opened it before, see? So I drank some of it. So you can trust my word without me reopening it and drinking it again. So this wine is pretty good. It's actually a Pinot Noir, a rosé Pinot Noir. I am like in love with this bottle. So I'm like taking my time to drink it because I'm so in love with this bottle. But I take my time to drink it anyway. This is probably gonna be my fridge for a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. It's not as strong as I thought it would have been, right? So I was actually surprised by that. My sister gave me this pillow. It says wonderful things. I keep it on my bed. So yeah, I want to make sure y'all can't see my feet because my feet is haven't done my feet in a while. But anyway, so I wanted to come on here and do my podcast. Being that I didn't get to do it with my tree, and talk to y'all a little bit. Let me not. I showed y'all this wine bottle already. Y'all seen it, so I don't have to keep it in the site. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it away. Don't try to look at my feet, people. Okay. And put it on my little bench that's down here. Okay. All right. I'm really trying to have my feet from y'all. But yeah. So what I want to talk about today, right? You notice I haven't been having my book lately, but couple of things. I hope my light is not causing any issue for anybody back there. That's my little flower, my little rose plant. I love that thing. But yeah, back to what I was saying, what I want to talk about today. So I had an interesting conversation today. Well, last night. Okay, so let me tell y'all what happened last night. So yesterday was my company's holiday party for the department. I planned that with the support of my team, who motivate me and pushed me to do it. Mainly Candace, she pushed me to like go through with it. But while I was doing it, I was getting so much like kind of like a fight with it, right? And I gotta share this with y'all, because when I be talking about God and like, I don't know if people like believe how serious it is. Hold on, these pillows to crop my arm up. Okay. So anyway, I was getting some fight with it, right? And I was thinking of giving up on it. I'm like, I'm not doing this damn thing no more. I'm done with it. Like, you know, it's too much of a hassle. Like, I almost gave up on it. and something said, like, God spoke to me, and it was like as it was getting closer, like the hassling and the heckling and the harassment didn't start to happen until like when it got closer to the time of the event. And I'm like, God is like, be silent, right? He's telling me to be silent. And he's like, don't speak. Stop speaking. Stop trying to fix it. Be silent. Learn to shut your mouth. Don't talk about it with nobody. Just shut your mouth. Anyway, he was telling me this, and I was struggling with it for a little bit. I went to church one day, this Sunday before, this Sunday that just passed. And the pastor was like, he was talking about exactly what I got going on. He was talking about that. And then at the end, he said, the Holy Spirit is telling me to tell somebody, stop talking. You're talking too much. Stop talking. And I was like, oh man, God is telling me to shut up. Like, leave it alone. Let him handle it. If I'm going to let him handle it, shut up and stop talking about it. And so I decided to do that. So every time, it's like as soon as I decided to be silent, people just like kept coming to me about the situation that I was being silent about. And I'm like, why now I'm being silent? People want to come to me and ask me about it and like, such and such and such, you know, bringing it up. And I'm like, yo, now I'm telling them like, listen, I don't want to talk about this no more. Like, I don't care. Like, it doesn't matter to me. However that person feels, however they feel, I don't care. They're going to be who they are. I'm going to give them grace. I'm going to leave it to God. I'm being silent. I'm leaving it to God. Like, that was my answer. But it kept happening, right? Like the devil like was trying to make me fail or something. Or maybe it was a test to see if I'm truly going to be obedient, right? And so I was silent. So yesterday was the event. And it went really well, right? I think it went pretty good. And the issue that was occurring, that person came to me and apologized and like asked for a hug. And it was just like, wow, you see what happens when you be silent? God really lets it work out. Like, he really works it out. Like, we have to learn to be more obedient, guys. We have to learn to listen more than we speak. And it was such a lesson for me. Like, it wasn't, sometimes things happen and we're like, yeah, God worked it out, and we don't understand that there was a lesson also for us. It wasn't just for that person. There was a lesson there for us too. You know, be obedient, right? Listen and try to fight your flesh in listening. That's another thing I want to talk about real quick. Oh my God, because that came to me. That came to my spirit. Sorry, I'm like digging in my hair. That came to my spirit today about fighting your flesh. I'm gonna tell y'all about that. So anyway, I felt like, yes, that person got the lesson they needed to get. You know, whatever, you know, God probably showed them like, yeah, that's my child, don't mess with her, right? But I feel like outside of that, because that person might not see that, right? They might not believe, or if they believe, their belief is not as intense as yours, right? But I felt like it was a lesson for me as well, right? In practicing obedience and learning to be silent, practicing silence, right? I'm sorry, my hair is just, it's really bugging me out the way it's like all over the damn place right now. It's probably because I was in bed. But anyway, I felt like that was my lesson too. It wasn't just about the person. And I feel like sometimes less things happen and we have to also sit and think like, what did God want me to get from this? You know what I mean? And so sometimes we are so indulged in, yeah, that's what you get. He showed you, that we miss the lesson that was there for us. You know what I mean? So yeah, that was just enlightening to me. And then so afterwards we went upstairs and we had time, and my coworkers was talking to me and they were like, you know, we were talking about the dating stuff. And you remember I just did my podcast and I was talking about going back in the dating world. And um I was like, I don't go on no apps, I don't do nothing, how I'm gonna do that. That's what they said to me. How you gonna go in the dating world? You don't even go out, you don't go on apps, you don't do nothing but work and take your ass home, do your podcast, you know, sell your products. You don't do nothing. How you gonna expect it? I said, God will send me the right person. I'm not gonna look for nobody. God gonna send them to me. And then my coworker was like, how? If you don't go out, like he's not gonna let it fall out the sky. You have to make initiative too. And I'm like, dang, what I'm gonna say to that? He was actually right. God dang it. Um, so then I put my foot in my mouth. I'm like, well, you know what? I said to somebody else, I was like, when you get on the app and you start using the app and you do it for 2 months straight, then I'll do it when you do it. Let's see you do it, then I do it. Like I'm doing all of that thinking that the person wasn't gonna do it, and they did it. Put my darn foot in my mouth, y'all. Oh, yeah, so I wound up having to download the app. But I ain't gonna lie, I ain't too active on it. I ain't gonna lie. I downloaded it and said I did it. I don't know. I'm just something about me and these apps. I just feel like people got bad intentions on there. You know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like, and I could be wrong because I ain't trying to judge nobody, but I do kind of feel like people on the app, like their intention is one thing. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna lie, on my app, my profile specifically says no sex before marriage, so don't waste your time clicking my goddamn bio. For real, because I ain't got time for it. I bet you, look how quick my 2 months go by. Yeah, you know, I don't know. And it's not like I don't want, I know I sound like, damn, you ain't trying to find nobody. Because that's how they said, you ain't really trying to find nobody. I'm like, I really am. I'm just trying to find somebody that, like, care about God and, like, you know what I'm saying? Love him, like, and want to know him. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, but I'm trying, so we'll see. Yeah. Anyway, so the other thing I wanted to talk about, right? Like, I just said it. Darn, what did I just tell y'all? I said I wanted to talk about fighting your flesh, right? So God was perfect. I mean, yeah, God is perfect, but Jesus was perfect when he walked this earth, right? And he listened to the Father, right? He heard everything he said. He did as he said. It was easy for him because he was more of the spirit than he was of the flesh, right? He lived his life more in a spiritual presence than a fleshly presence. Let me explain. So before he became flesh, he was spirit. But when he became flesh, he remembered his spiritual self, where a lot of us don't have that no more. We become flesh, we were spirit and then become flesh, but as we grow, we slowly forget our spiritual self, right? Like as a baby, like babies, like they remember their spiritual self. That's why people are like, oh my God, this baby act just like this person, because they're still in their spiritual self. They can't speak to you and tell them you that, so they get to keep that innocence, that spiritual self of their purity, right? As we get older, we lose that. So then we get consumed more of from the flesh. So the difference is when Jesus walked the earth, he kept his spiritual sense. He kept his spiritual memory. You know what I'm saying? So he knew that world. So he knew what was there to come and what was better and what was good and right. He knew that all that righteousness. He came into this world with all of that. He didn't lose it as he grew. He knew it and kept it. So then it was easy for him to fight the flesh because he didn't live in it fully long. You hear what I'm saying? It wasn't his entire existence because he forgot anything. So I feel like the only way to get back to that and to be able to fight your flesh properly is one at a time, right? Like knowing the laws and what God intends, right? And what he says, and like when I say the laws, like knowing like the commandments, like what is right and wrong, right? And whatever you see in yourself that you're doing that's not of him, slowly taking time to nurture that out of you, right? And let it go from being nurture to nature, right? Let me explain a little bit what I'm saying. So if I had an obsession with sex, let me say that, right? I don't know what example, but say I had an obsession with sex, alcohol, drugs, I don't know, whatever, right? And I know that, okay, this is consuming me. This is something that's really not of God, right? And I need to change this. I pray and I ask him to take it away from me, to remove it, right? And I pray every day asking him to take it away from me every day until I slowly see it go away. Then I might stop praying about it and then I start working on it. Like, okay, I'm going to challenge myself to be a month without anything. I accomplished that. Then I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to challenge myself 2 months now. Or I'm going to challenge myself 4 months. Or I'm going to jump to 7, 8. Or I'm going to jump to a year. By the time you get to 4 months, if you truly ask God and you truly want to do it, you won't even realize that dang, I haven't even had any urges or had any feeling for drugs, sex, money, like, I haven't had anything for it. And he will remove it from you. And then it's now a nature and not a nurture. Because to nurture something is to get it to a nature state, which is a natural state. So nurturing is like, grooming something, right? When it becomes nature, you naturally do it without knowing that you're doing it. You know what I'm saying? So to fight your flesh, you have to do it one at a time. One at a time. Like, okay, this is a major thing that I want to fix. Let me work on that. Boom, you accomplished that. Let me see what else is there. And that's how you get yourself back in a state of like walking in perfection. We're not perfect, but we're gonna falter even when we have accomplished something great. But he sees and knows, and he will help you. He will help you. You won't. And like, I don't know, like, I love that man so much. I love me some Jesus so much. I love me some Jesus. Oh my gosh, like, and I don't care who thinks I'm crazy. I don't care who thinks I'm insane. I know what he has done for me. I know, like, the things that he have done and like the work he has done in my life, and just things that I have not only gained. I'm not talking about what he gave to me physically, right? I'm not rich, I'm not wealthy, but I'm comfortable in him, right? And when I say I feel like he placed this halo on me, that this light, I should say, that sometimes I don't even realize it. And sometimes he just shows his presence in the, like, tiny little things, like me taking a shower, coming out the shower after I was praying in the shower while taking my shower. Yep, I do shit like that. I be in the shower talking to Jesus. Oh God, today, what did you want? Today this happened. What were you trying to do? Like, having conversations like I come home and talk to my man. Yes, I be in the shower talking to Jesus. So whoever decides to date me, you gonna be hearing me in the shower talking to God, or hearing me in a closet or somewhere quiet talking to Him. You might not hear me at all. You just might hear mumbling. I might be doing that. Talking. So, yeah, like, this is something that happened. I was in the shower. I talked to Him for a little bit. You know, today such and such, talk. I come out the shower. There's a ladybug on the sink. Out of nowhere, there's a ladybug in my bathroom. Out of nowhere. I'm like, oh God. And I have a thing with ladybugs. And not many people know that, but I pray He knows how I am with the ladybugs. And I felt like it was a sign, right? And I felt to myself, oh my God, are you showing me that you're with me? Like, see, you listened and you... I felt like it was confirmation to my day and something that was occurring of what I was talking to Him about in the bathroom, in the shower. And so when I came out of the shower and saw the ladybug, I felt like it was confirmation. So I said to myself, after saying, oh, I said to myself, not out loud, in my head to Him, I said, is this really you showing up for me? That's what I said in my head. I said, I just want to cry right now because I can't help myself in how you're like always with me. And I got emotional and I wanted to cry. And there was a box of tissue, cry tissue, you know, the soft tissues on the bathroom thing, right? Not near the ladybug. And when I said that in my head and I looked up and I closed my eyes and I said, God, such and such and such. You know, when I say God, you know, I just feel like I want to cry. You know, everything that you know, and I said what I said and I closed my eyes and a tear dropped out my eyes. The ladybug flew from one side of the sink all the way to the other side and landed on the damn tissue paper to like, for when people crying and you give it to them. Yes. And I said, okay, this is, you are talking to me. And little tiny things like that, when I tell people, like, if you don't pay attention to the omens, you will miss Him. Like, you will miss it. You will so miss it. Oh my God. And many people see that like, oh, there's ladybug, you know, and think nothing of it. And don't even think of what I said, but I wanted to confirm. So I said that to Him in my head, didn't speak it out loud. Because I do believe that sometimes you talk things out loud and the enemy hears it. And he presents things to make it seem like it's coming from Jesus, and it's not. Because he just wants to trick us. So I decided to say it in my thoughts and say it to Him. And then that happened. Literally, right as I opened my eyes, the ladybug just flew and landed on the tissue crab paper. Do you know I picked up that tissue crab paper? I call it tissue crab paper. Sorry, I'm Jamaican. I call things all sorts of things, right? But when I picked up that tissue paper from the box, that ladybug stayed on that tissue paper. And I used that same tissue paper and wiped my eyes, and that freaking ladybug stayed on that tissue paper the whole time until I put it back down. Did not fly off. And I went in the room and I went to sleep. And I was in a hotel. I was not home. I was in a hotel. I was not home. Yes, in a suite. And the bathroom was separate from everywhere else. So I don't know how the ladybug got in there, but I don't know. That's just my story to share with anyone that, I don't know, might need to hear it. So yeah, I just wanted to share that and say, like, yeah, silence is a hard thing for me to practice, you know, because I'm so used to talking clearly, and I'm so used to like saying how I feel and not holding it, and oh no, you're not gonna just get the best of me, and fighting my own battles, right? And a lot of times I would say, oh, I give my battle to Jesus, and then I'll pick it back up. And I struggle with that, and I know I did. I know I do. I'm not going to say did because I'm not perfect at it yet. Um, but I decided, okay, Jesus, you showed me this. I'm going to keep, you know, practicing this until I become better. And then when you have worked and there's a testimony to give, I will share it. Like now. So I wanted to share that with y'all because I felt like it was meaningful. It really was, guys. It really was meaningful. And sorry, I'm trying to get, because I was just sitting up. I got a little wedgie. I was just sitting up on there. Don't be trying to look at my feet. I was just sitting up on there and I'm like, oh, I'm old. I'm old, y'all. I'm not old. Let me not say I'm old, but I'm getting older. And so I'm like, my bed moves, you know. I pressed it, pulled it up some. But if I sit all the way back, y'all really ain't gonna see me. So, um, yeah. Or maybe I push it up a little bit more. Let me see. Don't look at my fat belly either. Don't look at my fat belly and stuff. You see my Pokemon? He's so cute. Cutest little Pokemon. But anyway, yeah, I was about to press the button and pull the bed up, but I'm gonna go ahead and end this live in a little bit. So or maybe I pull it up some and finish talking to y'all. But no, I'm about to end the live because I have to go downstairs and I need to check to see when my son is coming, because I want us all to do the tree together. I know they're not babies. I know, right? That's another thing. Like, I know my kids aren't babies, right? But they're my babies. They're my babies. And I like, that's a traditional thing for me, like with them, that I'm like, yes, you're gonna come home. I don't care how tired you are. You're gonna make the time to do the tree together. It's just the three of us. It's just me and them two. So that's the tradition I want with them. And our yearly trips. I don't think I got to take one this year. I'm trying to remember if I took one. I mean, we're going to New York, but that's not like, we're from there. But next year, we were supposed to go to England, London, and Paris this year, but I had to cancel it until next year. So yeah, I'm not gonna speak on it anymore. When it happens, y'all will just see it. Okay, so that's it. When and if God's will, then it will be seen. But yeah, so that's like, you know, a traditional thing that I try to do. Yeah, my daughter's downstairs watching someone because she's down there laughing. But yeah, so guys, make sure y'all pay attention to the omens around you, right? And maybe omen's not the right word. The signs around you that, you know, that God is trying to show you sometimes. So you don't miss, you know, your small blessings and purposes. Because sometimes we screw up and we miss them, and sometimes it takes so long for them to come back and to get them back. And I'm sorry, I'm tearing up when I said that a little bit. But yeah, I know of that, right? I have experiences of that where I'm like, I asked God for something, and then he told me, okay, I do it, make sure this and this and that, and then I won't listen, and I fall short to my flesh, and then what I asked for doesn't happen. But before it don't happen, he tells me, you know, you're not gonna get this because you didn't do this. I had told you this, you didn't listen, so now this is gonna happen. And I'm like, no, don't make that happen, please. I'm like, it's not gonna happen, that's just my brain. No, it's not. It's really him talking to me. And then then I get a phone call like, oh, unfortunately, we're not gonna get this. You're not approved for this. And I'll be so devastated because it was all worked out. It was all like, yeah, all good. So I know it's like, okay, this is your consequence. Because everything you do carry consequence. Everything. When I say everything, I mean everything you do carry consequence. No matter what it is, it carries consequence. So please be mindful of that and the decisions you make and the choices, right? Because decisions and choices are two different things, right? A decision is something, okay, you're doing it. A choice is like option. So just be mindful of them and just make sure that you're in line with whatever he tells you. And I know that takes time because us as human, we sometimes the discernment, right? When I spoke about that recently, of like not knowing the difference between your thoughts, your own thoughts, and your and him, right? Because sometimes we're so busy thinking that, okay, oh, that's him. Oh yeah, God want me to do that. But really, is it God or is it you? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I pray for discernment all the time. And so, as I said, when I shared this the other day, I learned recently that he gave me discernment. And when he gave it to me, I did not realize it was it. I just kept, why is this, why is this, why is this happening? Why is people doing this or acting that to me? Then I realized, girl, it's because you have discernment. Discernment just don't come with knowing things. It comes to other people or other things or entities within people seeing that you know it. So while you're asking for discernment, you're asking for favor, make sure you ask for him to teach you how to fight the enemy and negative things when they attack that he has given you. Let me explain it again. Make sure you ask for him to empower you with the right weapons and encamp you with the right angels to help fight the battles that will come up against you when he blesses you with the favor and discernment and the things that you ask for. Because when they come, they don't just come. Other things, you believe in one, the other exists. So you got to be able to battle that other that exists that's fighting against what he has given you. Okay? So I just wanted to share that with y'all today. Don't look at my little pudgy belly. My belly is not that pudgy, you know. It's just in my head. I just feel like, you know, because I used to model in my head. I'm like, you know, I still struggle with some of that. So I'm just going to say that and say thank y'all. Oh, y'all couldn't see me. Thank you so much for joining. Whoever joined or whoever didn't join, oh well. Hope my message goes to someone and helps somebody somehow. And if you have not already, please make sure you like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And oh, don't forget, if you have any topic that you would like me to talk about, go ahead and message me and I will talk about it. I need to check my last podcast if anybody put something. But I don't think anyone did. But I just want to say that. And if you have my Instagram or my TikTok, you can message me on there on whatever advice you want. Oh, before I forget, there's this company, my coworker, he just started this company and it's conflict resolution. And so it helps like other companies or people, even if it's relationship conflicts, divorce, anything. It's Black owned. and he helps with like conflict resolution that people may have to help people to keep together and keep at peace with each other. So I thought that was awesome, and so I told him I would share it, and I definitely want to share that with y'all. I don't have all the details right now, but I will try. I told him I want to get him on my podcast, so maybe on the next session I get him on here to discuss that, to like do a session. I'm probably gonna get 2 people. If you want to be a part of that and want free conflict resolution, I can have him come and do a conflict resolution with you. So just go ahead and message me, okay? Write a comment in here. I would like the free conflict resolution session. It will only be during my podcast though. So yeah, you'll just have that session. If you want to do your business on there and get the conflict resolution, you're more than welcome to. Okay, so just want to share that. So make sure you like, follow, subscribe. Okay, tell your mama, tell your sister, tell your brother, tell everybody. Okay, and I really hope something I said touched somebody and draw you closer to God in some way, or let you pay attention more to certain things in your life that will help you grow anyway. Because at the end of the day, that's all I care about. Okay, is that somebody gains something that is positive and beneficial. Thank y'all. Why I kiss my Pikachu? I don't know. But thank y'all for joining. I'll see y'all next time. And again, do not forget to like, follow, and subscribe. And stay grounded.